Laura, men are just not right. Wait until you hear what happened to me.
I heard like some rumblings of threesomes, men approaching you for stuff. I need details. I need details of it all.
It was just so crazy. I'm at my
What did
table.
they do?
I'm at my table.
Mm-hmm.
The guys are with their wives or their
Yeah.
girlfriends holding hands, leaving their telephone number.
Where was the girl?
Right with them. I was like,
So like he's holding another girl's hand and is like, come in with us?
yes,
Stop it.
I kid you not. The guy across from me,
Yeah.
he was with his girlfriend. He said, why didn't you come to another festival with us? I'm like, where is it? And he said, on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, you can share a room with us.
No way.
I'm like, share a room with who?
Him, his wife, and you?
Yes. It was just crazy. And it was throughout the whole weekend.
Wait a minute. How old are they?
Probably like older, maybe in their 60s, 70s.
Were they like scary looking? What did the wives look like?
The wives were nice looking women. The
So-
guys were like, wearing Velcro sneakers and
No. So and they wanted you just to join in?
yeah.
And did the wife hear that?
No.
I want your number and
No. It was so bizarre, but it was going on the whole weekend.
I mean, like at 65 and 70 years old, they're still fucking assholes.
They're still at it. They're still at it.
I can't but you know why?
What?
I wonder if you would have said something to one of the wives. What would have happened?
Well, maybe they were in on it.
Well, maybe the wife would have probably turned around and been like, go ahead, honey. I'm sick of him.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's true.
I can't believe that they were doing that right in front. That's
Right-
so disrespectful.
Right in front of the woman. And I just felt a little, it's embarrassing.
It's totally embarrassing. What did you say to them?
I just started laughing.
Oh,
What can you do?
you should have turned around and you've been like, no, from what I've heard, you can't even get it up like that. You should say to them.
It was rampant.
So there's swingers in Florida?
Yeah, a lot of swing.
Wow.
It is what
Wow,
it is.
wow, wow.
But I wasn't joining.
You are, no, my God, I don't blame you. This is why you can't trust men.
I know.
You can't trust anybody.
I know.
But men are the worst.
They are. But
I have a theory though. I have a theory
and what's that?
on certain people that you can't trust. Okay, it's my theory before everyone comes for me. You
What?
can't trust men that have thin lips.
And wait, why is that?
I feel
Where did you hear that? Well, that's just your theory.
I said it's just my theory.
Okay.
I feel like men with thin lips, like they're already talking half the times out of their ass. So now they have like no lips. Like, why would you want to kiss them anyway? But men with thin lips, it's just something. It's just a thing I have in my head that once a guy has thin lips, he can't be trusted.
That's it? So you just cut them off. That's it.
They just can't be trusted.
I never heard that before. That is just too funny.
I have another theory on that. And again, my theory only, but this has been from my personal research. You can't trust teachers.
Why is that?
Male teachers are fucking whacked out.
Why is that?
They're crazy.
Did you date
I did not date a
teacher
teacher.
before?
No, I never dated a teacher. But the stories that I have heard about teachers, I don't know, maybe because they spend all their lives in like a book, they just become really weird. They're whacked out. So those are like on the top of my list. They're my theories about how you.
Okay,
certain men
so
you
that's
can't trust.
that's your theory.
That is my theory, 100%.
But did you hear?
What?
Nearly 75% of women and 64% of men reported that they have not gone on a single date or have only dated few times in the last.
I agree. And you want to know why?
Why is that?
I'm going to put up a picture of what a man looks like on a dating site. It's coming up in a second. I showed it to you. Can we please discuss?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, why is he wearing a woman's shirt?
It looks like a pilgrim.
He looks like a pilgrim. I mean, he's 65 years old and he's still wearing women's clothes.
Why would he do that? Why would he wear something like that?
Let's talk about the hair. He looks like he's in that. Remember that Seinfeld episode with the
one?
poet shirt?
Oh yeah.
That looks like he's wearing. Why the fuck are you on a dating site with that shirt on? But you're looking for a woman when you look like a woman.
He looks like a woman.
A
but
really ugly woman.
no, but he's not right. But what's he on the dating site to date a woman or date a man?
Yes, he's looking to date
Well,
women
guess what?
with that shirt
He's
on.
not going to get one single person with that shirt on.
What is he gonna do? Share the shirt with the date? It's like, get the fuck out of here. The world is just not right.
It's just not right.
And
What?
okay, when you're on a dating site, Lisa, I know you're married for 30 years, you don't go on dating sites, but listen to this is what women do. You go on a dating site, and the first thing, the profile picture is the first thing that we look at.
Right.
So if a woman, we have like a series of steps we go through.
Wait. Not to cut you off.
Mhm.
You don't look at where they live first, or
No, I'm going to tell you what we look at
Okay,
first, because the
okay.
first thing that pops up is their profile
okay,
picture.
right?
So the profile picture, obviously, if we saw that guy in the profile picture, no one's swiping. Poet man. Well, let's call him Poet man. But you look at the profile picture.
Right.
If we can't tell what you look like in the profile picture, you're on a dating site. You're not on Jeopardy. You're on a dating site. Oh my God. We need to see what you look like. If we can't tell what you look like from the first picture, we're swiping off. Okay.
Swipe off.
Swipe off. Then if you get past the first picture, the next thing that women look at is the height.
Of course.
Whatever the height says, we take off at least 3 inches.
Because they lie. They just
Well,
lie.
they can't obviously measure inches. So we take off at least 3 inches.
Okay.
Now, if they're short and the first profile picture was really, really like guy's hot and they're short, we may get past it and go to the third requisite. But if they're short and the profile picture was like a little iffy, swipe off. Done.
Swipe away.
Swipe off. So if you get past the second picture, and this is obviously assuming there's no dogs, no fish, no sports car, assuming all that. You
Right.
get past the second and the height requirement, then you look at the location
Okay. There you go.
and you decide, Ohio, maybe not.
You don't do those long distance relationships.
That's my quest, is to find somebody that lives in another state. I told you that before. Then you look at the location. Ohio, maybe not. Virgin Islands, maybe yes. And then that's how you decide. That's how women decide if you're gonna go on a date.
But I know some women that are, on those dating sites,
Mhm.
they won't do anything over the George Washington Bridge.
Before I did bridges and tunnels in New York, I'd get on a plane.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, preferably a private one, but hey, here we are. Here we are. So you never know. But it depends. Like people have
It all
different wants
depends.
and needs.
Right.
But listen, guys do the same thing. Do you think that if a guy goes on a dating site and the first picture is not attractive of the girl, he's moving on?
Oh, of course he
Like,
is.
You think he
But-
wants to see her master's degree? No, he doesn't want to see that.
What
He wants
about right?
he wants to see what he looks like. So that is the order. Then, if you actually get to talking to them,
Mhm.
my friend was talking to this guy. She lives in Nassau County.
Right.
The guy lives in Suffolk, Brookhaven, to be exact.
That's not too far.
What is it, like 45 minutes?
Yeah, not too far. It depends.
You know what he tells her?
What?
Well, I really don't like driving, so if you want to drive here, I'll date you.
Swipe. That's a no-no.
Why?
That's like delete.
Is he a man? I don't feel like driving. Oh, so let me get this straight, Prince Charming. Every time I want to see you, I have to drive out to Brookhaven because
crazy.
you don't want to drive?
That's crazy.
So then I said to her, what you should have answered him, I said,
Right.
what you should have said to him is, well, you know what? When I drive, I get really tired and I don't want to have sex. So no. That's what he would have said. He would have gotten in his probably F-150 fucking truck. What? So stupid.
That is dumb.
Like driving. You think a girl's gonna drive 45 minutes to see you?
Absolutely not. And that's probably why he's still single.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay, the dating pool is everyone that's been left over or damaged, and they're all in the same pool.
I think
What
that,
happens?
that's, that's crazy.
Crazy. That is why, and I've heard this, another study that came up, 1 in every 4 adults will stay single for life.
And I wonder why.
You know what? I got news for you. There'll be a lot of fucking happy people in the world.
I totally agree with that.
I mean, what?
Everyone's crazy.
What? Understand something. Like, you want to be less bothered, not more bothered.
And you want peace.
If you're going to grow old with somebody, that's great. Look at the guys that you ran into that were old. They're trying to pick you up, holding hands with their wife.
Yes. It's insane.
Not such a bad thing.
But I feel like they're not, I guess they're not like happy, or they just want someone different, or I'm not sure what that's all about.
I don't know, but listen, even if you get, I mean, just
Or maybe the
the
swingers.
universe has just lost control. I don't
so
even
too.
know.
But maybe
And the dating sites people aren't dating anymore because it's exhausting. It's like a full-time job.
it is.
And then you have to hear, I don't want to hear about your past.
No.
Let me know if you were in prison. Other than that, I don't want to hear about your past.
Right.
I
Just
don't
move forward.
I don't want to
Move
hear about
on.
your baby mama.
Right.
I don't want to hear. I mean, if you have like 4 different baby mamas, maybe not. But I don't want to hear about they start talking about ex-girlfriend, ex-wives, ex this, ex that. Just be smart about shit.
But have you ever dated a guy where he doesn't tell you any information? Isn't that a bad thing too? If he doesn't give you a little bit of history, a
Well,
little bit of background?
well, I mean, listen, we're like FBI agents. We could find anything on the internet. I mean, you can find anything out by person's
Right.
phone number.
Right.
But I think that they should give you, I mean, I don't give people information. They should give you some information.
Something.
Yeah.
Like their first and last name.
I mean, maybe.
Right.
I asked somebody one time, I was like, send me a picture of your license.
You did?
Oh my God, yes.
But they didn't do it.
No, they didn't.
Of course
He was
not.
probably a scammer. I'm like, send me a picture of your license. I said, send me a picture. Not only did they send me a picture of your license, send me a picture of your license holding something that says today's date.
It's so crazy how
yeah.
you have to go through that.
Well, it's not.
And this thing.
No, you have to be, you have to be a little bit careful. But they also, if you get to the point that you're talking to them and you have if you have a conversation with somebody and
Right.
you want to stab yourself in the eye the first conversation, why are you going out?
Right. Exactly.
Like, if they're so fucking boring that you can't even laugh with them, why are you going out with them?
Right.
Women are like not rocket science, Lisa.
I know, but women have to be a little bit smarter.
Well,
Going on these dates with these guys.
no, you can't. I mean, obviously, you have to be a little intelligent about it, but
Absolutely.
you also, the men, you have to be entertaining. Like, laugh a little bit. Don't, I mean, unless you're like 80 years old and you're waking up and popping Geritol, I don't want to hear about what hurts you.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
want to hear about what hurts you on a daily basis.
Right. You have to be a
Like,
little funny.
I mean, be charming and entertaining. Why
Absolutely.
are we going to want to date you, let alone sleep with you?
Right. Who wants to entertain them?
Oh my God, they're all looking for it. Listen,
What?
if you don't bring something to the table, you need to provide what you require.
Right.
And
I totally agree with that.
end of story.
What you can bring to the table.
What you bring to the table. But also, didn't you were the one who told me about the girl who married that really rich guy and then dead or something like that?
She was an influencer. She's 31 years old, and he proposed to her in Africa.
Wait, how long were they together? Do you know?
I think a year and a half, 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he proposed, and then 2 hours later, they got into an argument, and they were staying in the villa, and then she was dead 2 hours later. And this is recent.
Wait, dead where? In Africa?
In Africa.
While they were away.
Why they were away.
Where's the guy?
The guy, they took his passport,
Mm-hmm.
and they're investigating.
Really?
Yeah.
He did it.
He did it.
He's a hedge fund guy?
He's some sort of CEO for some sort of financial, like.
He did. They're all fucked up.
Yeah.
But everybody's a CEO. When you go on the dating sites, I mean, people want to list their jobs or whatever. You don't have to. CEO. Okay, how many fucking companies are there in the world that everybody is a CEO?
Right, but they, what they do is, because this man had so much money, you don't know this guy. You know what I mean? You didn't
No, I
investigate
mean,
this guy.
If she was dead in 2 hours and he's got that kind of money, somebody did it. That's fucked up.
It really is fucked up. But she probably didn't know this guy. And
Well, you said they were together for a year and a half.
Yeah, but you still don't really know a person a year and a half. I
Yeah.
feel that way. You really don't.
Uh,
It's really a shame. She was beautiful and she was an influencer.
that's
And it's just so sad.
you know, you have to be you really have to be careful. But I mean, I don't understand.
What?
My if a guy wants to get rid of a girl,
It's very simple.
you don't have to kill him, go to jail. I mean, eventually you're gonna get caught unless you're really, really good at you hired a hit.
Right.
Ben Affleck gave his rights up to the $65 million mansion that he bought when he was married to J-Lo. Just gave it away to her because they couldn't sell it.
He just gave it away.
He just gave away his rights to her. See, which means he wanted absolutely nothing to do with her.
He was done.
Gave her away, gave away his share of $65 million.
He's
Listen, you want to
He's
get rid of
done.
somebody? We'll leave you alone.
Right.
Give us half a mansion.
Right. That's what that guy should have did. And
Just
trying to killing the person.
You know, we should have paid her off.
That's right.
But pay attention, man. Like, guys, it's not that hard. You want to get rid of us? Pay us off to go away. No, that's really, really screwed up. But no, he really did. He signed off his rights. Could you just think about how that says to you? That's not a gift of saying, like, oh, he's such a nice guy.
That's good.
He's saying, I want nothing to fucking do with you ever.
Absolutely. He's like,
Get out of my life. It was worth $35 million that I never have to even talk to you again.
That's right. That is so crazy.
See what I
Good for
mean?
him. He was
Nobody's
smart.
friends. Nobody's friends after, I don't care what they pretend to be. You're not friends. You can't stand each other.
Right.
Break up.
I totally agree with that. Me too, Lisa.
Well, I think it wraps up one.
I think so too. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Another episode in the books. Girls on the Coast. Ciao, everyone.
Ciao.